Okay, good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start the third unit of strategic management of MBA fourth semester. And in this, what we are going to deal, the fourth unit is about the corporate level strategy. Okay, now let us know that what does corporate level strategy means. Okay, the corporate level refers to all refers to that level where the choice of direction that the firm adopts in order to achieve its objectives. Okay, it means that what are those objectives which are going to achieved by the entire firm. Okay, and the entire organization should have to think on those objectives and move towards that particular direction. That is known as what? Corporate level strategies. Okay, now in this corporate level strategies, there are various strategies which we are going to deal with. We are going to study the grand strategies. We are under the grand strategy, we are going to study stability strategy and various types of strategies we have to study under this third unit, that is corporate level strategy. Now, starting with this, we have to start with that. What are those issues which are related with the corporate level strategies? Okay, this is a very important aspect, that whatever the strategies which we are going to study with respect to the corporate level strategies in this unit, we have to relate those strategies on the basis of their issues, that what are those issues which should be related to the corporate level strategies. So the very first issue is what? Allocating resources among the different businesses of a firm. Okay, I am repeating once again, the very first issue of the corporate level strategies are allocating resources among the different businesses of a firm. It is what? One of the important tasks or objective or the issues which comes in front of the corporate level is that they have to allocate the entire resources of the organizations among different business units of the firms. Okay, as we know that corporate levels do have different business units, so those different business units would be treated in such form that allocation of resources would be given to all the units of those business firms. Okay, the first part is that allocation of the resources, and we know that there are basically four resources which any of the industries are having, that is men, money, material and machinery. These are the four resources. So we have to find out, we have to allocate those resources accordingly on the basis of the nature and needs of the business units which a corporate level is having. Okay, the first. The second is what? Transferring resources from one set of businesses to others. Exactly, this is what a very important aspect is. It means that, as we know that in the entire industry, in the entire enterprise, there are basically three sectors which are being closely integrated. All these three sectors are what? The first sector is input, the second sector is processing, and the third sector is output. In the input sector, all those activities which is related to the procurement, and procurement is related with the supply chain management part, as we have studied earlier. Okay, supply chain management. So the input process is related, the input is related with what? The supply chain management part, where we have to look upon the vendors, that where are our vendors are. We have to find out the best vendors. Okay, after that we have to look upon the quality of the raw materials or the products which should be transferred from those vendors, and from there we are going to look upon that at what price we are going to take the products from the vendors. Okay, so this is what the vendor part, and among that the next part is what? Related to the transportation part, that how we are going to transport that particular raw or that resource, okay, that raw material from the vendors to our manufacturing unit, to our processing unit. Okay, and that after that we have to deal about the inventory system also, that what kind of inventory management we do have, logistics we do have, and accordingly we deal the input part. Okay, so the transformation of the resources from one level, that is from the input part to the processing part, is being done with the help of entire supply chain management. And if and when the product comes in the manufacturing unit, in the processing unit, then there what is being done? The entire management people, the entire workers, the entire staffs, the employees of the company manufacturing unit, their work is what? Related to conversion of the raw materials into the finished product so that it should be sold in the market. Okay, so that is what their work is, what transferring the raw materials into the finished product through various channels of machineries, through various manufacturing processes, through where they have to undergo through various production processes, on the basis of which they just transform the raw material into the finished products. Okay, and when the finished products are being produced, it has been kept in the inventory system. Again, it has been kept in the inventory system, and from that inventory system it has to be distributed. The third transfer part is being done, that is known as distribution part, and it is being distributed to the entire corner of the world with the help of that customer relationship management, as well as the supply chain management also is being done at that point, where with the help of various distribution channel we just distribute the products from the manufacturing unit to the entire world, to the each and every corners of the world. So the next issue is that transferring resources from one set of businesses to another set of businesses. Okay, and the third important issue is managing and nurturing a portfolio of business. This is also a very important issue of corporate strategy, that is corporate level strategy, that is managing and nurturing a portfolio of business. Portfolio of business means what? The documentation of business. Each and every business do have the portfolios. Portfolio here means what kind of activities are being done by the entire business right from the very beginning to the ultimate customers. We have to document, we have to channelize, we have to make a flow chart of the entire thing, and all those things would be documented. A portfolio is being made in the organization, and with that portfolio the management and the nurturing of the business is being done. So these are the three important issues which is being related to the corporate level strategies. Okay, now students, we have to study, this is what all about the issues related to the corporate level strategies. Now in the corporate level strategy, the very first strategy which is being chalked, which is being made, that is known as what? Grand strategy. Which is being made what? Grand strategy. One of the eminent management guru, whose name is Glueck and Jack, okay, Jock, Jauck, Glueck and Jock, they have identified the term that is known as what? Grand strategies, under the heading that is corporate level strategy. Okay, so in the corporate level strategy, the very first strategy which should be headed is known as grand strategy. Okay, after let us know what does grand strategy means. After analyzing the environment and assessing the internal environment, the next step is to develop strategic alternatives to help the organizations in achieving its goals. That strategies, that is means it, what does it means? That after analyzing the entire environment, earlier chapters we have done what? We have analyzed the environment, we have scanned the environment. Okay, and after analyzing that particular environment and assessing the internal environment, what is being done? Various strategies are being developed. Okay, and these strategies would be made, these strategies would be developed to deal at different circumstances, at different situations. So it is that strategy which is being developed after scanning the environment of any organization comes under the head known as grand strategies. The term is being given by whom? Glueck, Gluek, and Jock, Jauck. These two scholars have given the term that is known as what? Grand strategy. Okay, so the grand strategy constitutes of these four strategies. Okay, now this is the diagram with the help of which we can come to know about the grand strategies. That kinds of, it has been written there, what kinds of grand strategies. Under these kinds of grand strategies, you can see in the diagram that there are four types of strategies. That is stability, that is what? Four types of four columns are there. Okay, types: kinds of grand strategies. The very first four columns are there. 4 basic objectives comes under this grand strategy. Okay, the first strategy is known as what? Stability strategy. The first strategy is known as what? Stability strategy. Under the stability strategy, what is being done? Maintenance of a status quo, sustainable growth, pause and proceed with caution strategy, no change strategy, and profit strategy. These strategies would be studied under the stability strategy. The next strategy is known as what? Expansion or growth strategy. Okay, in this expansion and growth strategy, what we are going to study? We are going to study about the internal growth, concentration strategies, mergers, takeover and acquisitions, horizontal integration, conglomerate diversification, vertical integration, and joint ventures. These are the strategies which we are going to study under the expansion and growth strategy. The third strategy is known as what? Retrenchment strategy. You can see the third column that shows the retrenchment strategy. Under this retrenchment strategy, we are going to study about what? Turn around strategy, captive company strategy, transformation strategy, divestment strategy, and liquidation strategy. Okay, these are what? These are the 4 strategies which should be studied under the retrenchment strategy. And the last strategy, you can see the last column, the last strategy is known as what? Combination strategies. Under this combination strategy, we are going to deal about the portfolio and restructuring strategy, portfolio strategy and the restructuring strategy. Okay friends, so these are what? These are the 4 different kinds of strategy which comes under what? Which comes under grand strategy, and we have to study about all those things, all those strategies one by one. Okay, so today students, we have did this only, and yesterday I have given a case study. I have sent a case study to your group, so you people should have to study about the case studies, and you have to learn that that how the cases are being solved. Before solving any case, what you have to do? You thoroughly read the case. Okay, you people just thoroughly read the entire case. That is a case, that is a live case, that is what? A problem which has existed in any of the company. Okay, and you just thoroughly read that particular case. After reading that particular case 1, 2 or 3 times, try to understand that what is being written on that case. Okay, and when you understand properly, clearly the entire case, then try to answer the questions which are being given there on the case. Each and every case study do have that questions. Those questions are what? Those questions are the problems which are being faced by the company, and how the company has faced those problems, how the company come up from those problems. That particular questions are being given. So you people are going to become the manager, so it is very much necessary for a manager or for a student of management that they try to solve the cases. It will increase your intellectuality, it will increase your brilliancy. Okay, and whatever the things which you have studied earlier, okay, which we have studied earlier in the entire MBA first, second and third semester, and what we are studying in the strategic management part, okay, it is being related to that. Try to study the entire case and try to solve the questions. The thing is what? When you are going to study it clearly, and if you understand the entire case, then only you are being capable to answer that. So the thing is what? You have to study the case carefully and understand the case carefully. Okay, and after that, take a paper and try to write down your solutions, okay, related to the questions which are being given related to that particular case, and just take the snap of that paper and send it to the WhatsApp group. Okay students, okay, thank you to all of you.